Okay, okay, so I'm recording this because I am the historian of our group, and I want to keep account of so far what I have here before I lose it all. I mean, my mind ain't exactly all perfect, but I sort of remember all the events that occurred well, during our time. We were in high school and at post high school. So let me say this. We're one fucked up group. We are. I mean, I'm surprised we even stayed this long together. So how did it all start? Well, let's say this. Well, you have a lot of choices to make, and you make about 1,000 a day. What to eat, what to dress, what to do, if I should go to class. We make good and bad choices. I mean, the good choices like skipping class to go play poker at the N building's dressing room with your boys. What's wrong with that? Unless you get caught by Mr. Donner, then yeah, that was a problem right there. A bad choice is putting your fingers in a girl's part and then smelling them afterwards. That's a bad choice. Especially telling your boys what it smelled like. Come on, DJ. Well, anyways, we all made a decision and a choice that if none of us made this choice, we wouldn't be together. I think history would have been different, I think the band would have sucked if that's what happened. And now I'm taking these accounts for as all as I know. We all joined the marching band. In my opinion, I guess I love marching band. And I'm going to start out with my part of the story first, because, well, it's all in here. And I'll add in part of the groups as we go. But when I first started marching band, I did not know I joined the marching band. I seriously did not know I joined the marching band. I just know somebody told me come to band camp, and I thought it'd be like junior high band camp. Go in the band auditorium, the band hall, play some pep music, and that's it. Go home. So I went in a t-shirt, jeans. Good thing I had sneakers though, and my trumpet. Next thing I know, they told me I had to be at Pennington Field. And I'm like, why the hell are we having band camp in Pennington Field? Well, there was a marching band. Everybody was in shorts, some white tees, and they all had water and shades. And I'm over here in jeans and a shirt and some shoes, like sneakers. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the hell's going on? I was like, whatever. I was like, Dad, I'll call you when to pick me up. So I go in there and I see Daniel Fry and Casey Craig, and I'm like, okay, those are my people right there. We went to Harwood together, and I was like, let me go talk to them. So I was like, hey man, what are they doing? Like, hey man, like, why are you wearing pants and a shirt? And it's like, dude, we're gonna be marching all day in the heat. I was like, man, I didn't even know I joined the marching band. I thought it was just regular band, like symphonic band, concert band. I was like, I didn't know. They just told me be at Pennington. I was like, tell me I'd be at Pennington for just concert band. I was like, whatever. So then some big dude, I mean real big, I saw him. I was like, whoa. He looked kind of mean, but then once you got to know him, he was a pretty cool guy. His name was Landry Lewis. He was my section leader. And it was all like, hey, I'm Landry, I'm a senior, I'm your section leader. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it was all like, why are you wearing pants? I was like, man, I didn't know I joined the marching band. Give me a sec. I was like, damn, so what do I have to do? He's like, well, put on this sticker. Put your name there. He goes, what's your name? And I go, Jose. He goes, oh, okay. And I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. So that's why I joined marching band. And that's where I met a weird motherfucker named Tim. I swear, Tim is the weirdest guy you ever meet. He's speaking tongues and nobody can still understand him. Nobody. I mean, maybe Daryl can catch up on him once in a while, cause they were bros, like serious, like that. I mean, not like that, but like that. And so they go out, like not them. They didn't go out. I'm just saying. So we go out in the field. And they started saying, y'all trumpets go here, people get in here, get information, get in line, section leader tells your section what to do, help any sophomore that's lost. And I was like, okay, what the hell is going on? And then I remember another big dude, which I thought it was Landry, from behind. I was like, hey Landry, where am I supposed to be? And this other dude turned around and I'm like, oh snap, that ain't Landry. He was like, who? I was like, no, I'm Mr. Hart. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. He's like, and I go, who are you? He was like, I am the assistant band director. I'm like, oh, okay. He goes, what do you mean you don't know where you're supposed to be? I'm like, I don't know. I was like, what the hell? He goes, oh, you're supposed to be over here and here. He's like, were you here yesterday? And I'm like, wait, there was a thing yesterday? He goes, yeah, orientation. And meet the band. I was like, no, I wasn't here. He goes, oh, that's why. He goes, we're going to have to teach you a few techniques of marching. He was like, let me get a drum major with you. And that's when Ashley Ball came over and she was teaching me how to do like my first step and shit like that. She seemed pretty cool, but then towards like the end, people said she was a whore. I don't blame the chick. I was like, it's whoever she is. The big whore was Rebecca though, Becca Roberts. She was a whore. Anyways, so that's where I met Tim. And that's all I met that day. Walked out, got out here, and I was like, man, I ain't doing this shit no more. I was like, I ain't going to marching band. Like, what the fuck is that did? But as I got home, I got bored, and I was like, might as well do it, meet some new motherfuckers here and there. So I went back the next day and I met other kids like Carlos Martinez, Corey Walker. Yeah, Corey Walker. Who else did I meet? I met a little Asian kid named Warren, Casey Pesteru, Melissa Cox, Christopher Riley, Matt Atkins, Hayden. And well, there's a lot of people I met after that, but I couldn't keep track. So on and so forth. People split up. Literally, Daniel left to go be a euphonium, and I was like, damn, there goes one of my people I knew. And I usually just hang out with KC, but then I started hanging out with that weird kid, and I was telling you about Tim. Tim was pretty cool. We used to hang out, and we became bros. Like the three of us, Casey, Tim, and I. And school started, and comes along that we had to pass off music. Now we were passing off music. We had to do it in front of Mr. Hart. Well, Brass did, of course. Had to pass off in front of Mr. Hart. And in one of those pass-offs, I saw some weird big kid in the side, like beard, facial hair, glasses. And I was like, damn. I was like, that kid must be Indian or something. And then it turns out that his name was Sahim. And I was like, oh yeah, he's Paki. He's from Middle East. He's from over there. And then last name Rodriguez. I'm like, Rodriguez? What the fuck? Like, nigga Mexican? I was like, well, he must be half Mexican and half Indian then. I'm like, cause Sahim, that ain't no Mexican name, and Rodriguez is. And I'll go over there, and I was like, okay. I was like, whatever. So I have to pass off my music with Sahim and some big Asian kid named Kevin. That guy used to love to rave. He still raves. I bet he'll rave to the day he dies. It was Tim, me, Sahim, Kevin passed off. I didn't pass off shit, dude. Because I couldn't remember how to step off and do that little step in while playing my music and memorize music. I was like, damn kid, I don't even know how to read music. I just play by memory. And oh yeah, because during junior high, nobody taught me how to read music. They just switched teachers every time, and I was like, wait, what the hell's that? So whatever the kid played right next to me, I played. And somehow in 9th grade, I was first chair the whole damn year. I was like, oh shit. But really, I give credit to the kid who was sitting right next to me. I forgot his name. And I give credit to him because whatever he played, I just played, and I played it better, though, with a good tone of quality. And I thought it was a bad motherfucker. Like, oh shit. So, and that's when I saw, not a friend of mine, but a guy I knew. His name was Emilio. Nigga went to elementary with me. The only reason I remember Emilio is because one time, we were playing football in elementary during recess. You know, and nobody picked the new kid. Nobody. I was like, man, this new kid don't know shit. He's Mexican, and he's fat. What the hell is he going to do? Well, apparently there was more Mexicans in Wilshire, so they picked me. And I was like, oh, alright, cool. What we playing? Like football. And I was like, oh, fuck. Guess I'll try football then. And I was like, but I suck at catching. I have big hands, but they're butterfingers. I can't catch worth shit. But here I come, and I started playing around, and they're like, Jose, go long. So I started running my fat ass across the field, get to the end zone, and I kind of kneel. And I was like, you know, probably can catch this ball. I better catch this ball. I'm the new kid. I better show an impression of who I am, you know, a badass. Caught the ball, and I was like, oh shit. Next thing I know, fucking Emilio tackles my ass. And everybody's like, damn! And I was like, he knocked the shit out of me. And people are like, well, dude, he's going to knock the shit out of you. You caught the ball. Well, here's the sad thing. Emilio was in my team. Motherfucker knocked a known team member. He's like, oh, wait, were you in my team? I'm like, yeah, motherfucker. He's like, oh, my bad. Oh, whoops. And I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, now I know I was the one who got an ass knocked off. So that's what happened. And then Emilio went to Euless Junior High, and I went to Hartwood. Long story short, got back at Trinity. Oh, so why I keep pointing that way, it's because Trinity is basically that way. I live like 2 minutes down from there. Anyways, so I went back to Trinity, and there was Emilio. And Emilio was good friends with Saheem. And Tim came from Euless, so usually we conglomerate together. I was with Emilio, Saheem, and Tim, and Kevin, you know, and there was somebody else. Corey was there too. So we all got along. We're like, yeah. And out of nowhere, some weird damn Salvadorian kid came around. I was like, who the fuck is this kid? I was like, whatever, man. I didn't talk to him because he went to Central, so, you know, Euless, Central don't get along together, and I barely got along with them because they went to Euless and I went to Harvard, so we didn't have much in common, but we just knew we were in the band. We got to stick together. That damn Salvadorian kid was Eric, by the way. He just popped out of nowhere. He just started joining us, like, oh, shit. Apparently, he stole one of Emilio's Arizona drinks and ran off, and Emilio chased his ass. But then he got added to the group. And then one time we were in practice. I remember, no, I was actually doing morning class because band was first period. We were playing and we saw a little black kid come in. A scrawny little piece of shit. Walks in and we're like, oh damn, look, there's a black kid in band. We were surprised. I mean, we've never seen an actual black kid in band. There is no black kids in band. Well, now there is because they're all fucking nerds and shit like that. And then Mr. Donald comes over. He was a headband director. Pretty cool guy. But Emilio hated him because Mr. Donald would come up to him and be like, brother, would you? And Emilio would be like, nigga, get off me. I ain't Mormon. Don't call me brother. But, so then little Donald comes over with that little black kid. He's like, trumpets, I got a new family member for you. His name's Daryl. He's from Chicago and he plays the trumpet. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, all right. We didn't talk to him, and the only guy who talked to Daryl, and Daryl only talked to, was this black guy named Lloyd. That kid didn't know how to play shit. Had some kind of heart disease and shit like that. That's why he couldn't march. And so Daryl only hang down with Lloyd because he was like the only black kid. And I was like, and I used to make racial jokes about him, about Daryl. And so one time we were out after school. We had band practice. We were out in the field, that grass field that we never really used junior or senior year, but we used it our sophomore year. But we were in that grass field, and Tim swirled my valves off there. One of them fell off, and I was marching around. I was looking for it. I was like, damn, where's my valve? And then I found it. And then Tim was like, dude, how do you lose such a shiny thing? He comes and screws on him. He goes, I can find this. Throws it behind him. We never find the damn thing. Tim lost his valve cap forever. And I was like, oh shit. Well, either way, we did the attempt to look for it. And while the attempt, Daryl comes over. He's like, hey, y'all need some help? And we're like, yeah, sure, you can help us. And that's where it all started. Then we started talking to Daryl, and we were all like the three trio brothers right there. Tim, Daryl, and me. Badass motherfuckers. We used to skip class. We used to play poker. And with Eric and Amelia, dude, sophomore year was the bomb. Now, I'm not going to go into great detail about sophomore year. Not yet, though. This is just how it all started. So that's how that group right there came to be. The three of us, trumpets, Emilio the French horn, Saheem the trombone, and Eric the euphonium. 6 of us. Which we still hear 6, yeah. I mean, thank God none of us has died yet. And some girls were added on, but girls don't really count. They have no rights, so. Well, maybe Kelsey. We give Kelsey and Lindsay something. The other ones were just. I mean, really, who gives their name La Suma? What the fuck? Like, really? L-A-M-A, Sue? What? La Suma? What? Anyways. So, that's how our little group came to be. And I'm going to fast forward to introduce the other people now, too. It was junior year now. And, we all got together. Same band camp. Now all of us together. And we're all like, oh damn, like we juniors now. We know a little thing or two about a thing or two. And we stay there. We're all in our formations, teaching our sophomores, like, hey kid, behave, or I'll whoop your ass later on, or something like that. So that's where we saw Kelsey. Everybody in the group thought Kelsey was a bitch, and I thought she was a whore. The reason for that was because she was too quiet. She was blonde, automatically a whore for me. And, oh shit. And she hanged out with Rose Staff, which everybody thought Rose Staff was a bitch. I don't care if she is. That bitch is fine. And so, everybody thought Kelsey was a bitch or a whore. But now she cool. She cool. And we now know she cool now. Well, we have to, because then Emily will get mad if we don't. But that's how we met Kelsey. And oh yeah, sorry, I have to rewind a little bit. Sophomore year, we met Jocelyn, badass black girl. Oh yeah, that was another black girl in band apparently, Jocelyn. She pretty cool, and she had like one of her white friends, Teresa. And so those two were together. Not like that, but like besties. And they hanged out. Now they were hanging out with Kelsey. Now Kelsey played the flute, which also included Sung, a little Asian girl that Dale didn't even care. He didn't even like Asian girls at first. He only liked Mexican girls. I actually saw Sung the first day, and I told DJ, hey DJ, look at that Asian girl. She got an ass. And Daryl's like, nah, man, no. And I'm like, what do you mean, nah, man, dog? Look at that girl's ass. He goes, mm-mm. He goes, I like my Cubanas. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And so then Marie came along, which Tim automatically fell in love. Like, literally. I don't know what he saw in that white twig, but he fell in love with her. So, like, since the minute he saw her, he was like, damn, dude, I saw an angel. I turned around and I was like, where? I was like, that girl right there. I'm like, where? Marie was standing sideways, so I couldn't really see her till she turned. And I was like, oh, shit, there's a person right there. So that was that girl that Tim liked. Well, Tim liked a lot of girls, but that was around one of them. He still likes her today, I bet. So that's how we met then. And they kind of collaborate, whatever Daryl says, together, part of our group. And senior year, we added one more member. Her name was Miss Lloyd, Lindsay Lloyd. Badass chick right there. She's my best friend. We did some stuff. Things happened. We don't want to explain about that later. I'll explain that actually, because this is the book and everything should be explained in detail what happened. So that's how our little group came to be. So I'm going to start now from sophomore year. Band camp of sophomore year. Next chapter.